The Rock is one thing you're not. Undisputed champion, bitch. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. The Rock was back tonight, and he was hitting the insults left, right, and centre. And he was in the main event. The Rock was all over this show. But kicking off this show with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. Lesnar was wearing a Hulkamania shirt as they entered the crowd. They had a pair of front row tickets, so it was alright. But Bischoff still wasn't happy about this, wasn't he not?
Bischoff not happy, but what can he do? I mean, if Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman have entered the arena legally, unlike Rey Mysterio entering this country legally, then I mean, there's not a lot Easy E can do.
No, and what I like about this is it's the fact they're actually using this as like a decoy, so to speak, and an actual ploy to get in. Like
nowadays, it would just what's a brand split?
What's a brand split?
Let's just show up, you know.
Now, as much as I enjoyed this opening segment, I think Triple H was a bit off tonight. And his promo work, I wasn't really digging it.
And if you're going to be off, you don't want to be off against The Rock.
No.
Because he will run all over you.
Brock just sitting there in the corner of the shot did more for me than what Triple H did speaking. It was just a typical 8-minute promo for Triple H.
I am the guy.
Shawn Michaels.
I got the biggest nose.
My nose is bigger than yours. Shawn Michaels. The Rock. The Rock saved it though, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. The Rock says that Brock's has a ticket to get his ass kicked tonight. Triple H cuts in, he's asking Rock who the hell he thinks he is. Rock tells Triple H to shut up, bitch.
Brilliant. This is, I always remember this when he said it, and Triple H doesn't really know what to say.
Triple H says to The Rock, Rock, you're the guy that's going to get your ass kicked. The Rock then enters the ring and asks Triple H, do you want to go? Triple H says, I would love to go. Triple H loving to go here. And then The Rock tells Triple H to go get him a bologna sandwich then, because this doesn't concern him. Triple H just getting basically bitch slapped here fairly by The Rock, saying, this is between me and Brock, the two guys competing for the world title. What are you doing? You're beating up an old man that doesn't wrestle anymore.
That's pretty much what he is doing, but they get into a bit of a brawl. Brock Lesnar then jumps the rails, so The Rock tries to go for him, but then Triple H attacks The Rock, hits him with a pedigree. Brock escapes through the crowd, and Triple H runs up the ramp. So, I mean, what starts to Raw? You've got these three interacting with each other.
Can you ask for much more?
All you could have really asked for was like Shawn Michaels sticking his fucking decrepit back in.
Comes in his wheelchair, rolls down the ramp, the Raw ramp. Shawn Michaels, 60 miles an hour. Sweet
chin music. We cut backstage. Eric Bischoff here's like freaking out. The Rock's wanting a match against Brock Lesnar, but then he's like, no, you can't get Brock Lesnar. He's like, well, I want Triple H. He's like, oh, I can't put a match like that's that big together, throw together for Raw. And then he's like, fucking do something about it, easy, Eric. So looks like Bischoff's got his work out for him. Is he going to announce it tonight? Is he going to announce it for next week, or is the match even going to happen? Who knows? But I mean, I think even at this point you can see that they're transitioning away for like giving you these matches on like a Raw. You don't think so? It's almost like, no, you guys are too big.
This is a big deal. We can't just do Rock versus Triple H.
Come on, give us it. It's 2002. It's no 2023 for fuck's sake. Come on, give us The Rock against Triple H if you want to.
But yeah, The Rock tells Eric that he better make it happen or else. Although Eric Bischoff's one of these guys that will do anything for a wee rating, so I'm surprised that he's not more interested in making this match happen.
No, very true. Hard Finkel, though, is in the ring. I didn't think they were going to even address this, like what happened last week, but they do, because Trish Stratus came out and says, what you did to Lillian. Big slap. That was for Lillian, damn it. So, yeah. Lillian Garcia, will she ever be seen again? Crushed last week, and here's Hard Finkel.
I mean, probably not. It was a pretty vicious beatdown that she took at the hands of 3 Minute Warning, but the commentary team did a good job of just burying Howard Finkel. Howard the Coward!
Yeah, and then we get like a tape segment backstage with Christopher Nowinski. Who is it? Mark Lloyd's there? Is it? No, it's not Mark Lloyd. It's some other bum. With
Mark Lloyd's on SmackDown, I think.
Mark Lloyd is on SmackDown, but valedictorian. And the emphasis on dick was the most obvious thing.
I thought it was a bit lame, like.
No, it was lame.
I didn't really like it.
No, it really was, but...
Christopher Nowinski, take a seat. I don't know, the guy's just not that funny to me.
Yeah, and if you're not funny and you're coming up with shit like this, then it is a bit weird.
Up next, though, in our gender match, got Trish Stratus and Spike taking on Chris Nowinski and Molly Holly. Wasn't the greatest match. Christopher Nowinski with a power slam on Spike Dudley. Trish hit a stratisfaction. She tagged in Spike, and then Spike got beat. So, yeah, Spike was the weak member here of the team.
Yeah, we knew Spike was obviously going to lose this match. It was writing on the wall. Spike does not win matches, man. With Eric Bischoff.
I mean, yeah, she went from having Bubba as her teammate to Spike Dudley. It wasn't really going to end well.
No. But backstage, we've got Eric Bischoff and Goldust. He says that if Booker T beats Lance Storm, they'll get a tag team title shot. But then Eric looks down. Oh no, he's getting humped by Mini Dust.
Mini Dust is humping his leg. Eric kicks him off and basically ain't happy with Mini Dust. I thought this Mini Dust was a one and done, but I think it'll be done after tonight.
Yeah, and talking of done, Hardfinkel's pants when they're done, because I was the first ever WWE employee. I'm sorry Lillian didn't get it sooner, damn it. And then, dun. We think we're getting Kane's. No, actually Kane. I'm actually surprised they did this.
Yeah, Kane with a weird looking Titantron, weird sounding music. It was like a new look for Kane, but in the end we didn't get Kane, although we are told he's coming back soon. Yeah,
Eric's then walking backstage, of course. We've seen RVD in the background of the shot with Mini Dust, so he says to RVD, I'll guarantee an IC title shot at SummerSlam. The documents that Stacy stole for Stephanie. It was a contract for that, damn it. But then Matt's like, I want this. Matt Hardy's not really been seen in recent weeks, apart from last week.
So that whole situation on SmackDown was the contract was for a shot at the IC belt.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense in terms of Bischoff wanting to bring the belt back to Raw.
No, it does, but I mean,
seems a bit cheap.
Yeah, I mean,
thought it was gonna be something bigger.
When does Stephanie ever really get a contract? When we need a contract to book an IC title match? I mean, it makes sense, but I just don't know why there would be a contract for it. I mean, who was Stephanie going to give that contract to? Why not just make the match?
I don't know, but
maybe we're picking at it too much here. But
Matt Double T wants the guaranteed shot, but Eric Bischoff.
Yeah, like, Matt keeps trying to speak to him, but Eric Bischoff blowing him off. He's like, aye, good for you. Speak to you in a minute.
You, buddy. But RVD's going to get the title shot, but then Matt's like, no, I want it. And Eric's like, you know what? All right, we'll decide later on. Matt with 2 T's or your brother Jeff. Who's going to fight RVD? Head for Jeff and tails for Matt. And he just doesn't even acknowledge looking at the coin. Head. Matt is just a jobber, and you can clearly see that they were teasing something here. But Matt's in good shape. I know I've said it for the past couple of weeks, but he's looking all right these days.
Eric Bischoff, not a fan of Matt Hardy, though. I think it's fair
I
to say.
don't get, though, why... Did Matt Hardy do something? Are they punishing him? Because let's be real, like, the Hardy Boys are still very fucking marketable at this point.
I think it's more a fact of, since Matt's been out injured, they've seen what Jeff's done. He's obviously had a wee stint as European champion, had that ladder match with Undertaker, had that wee mini feud with Undertaker. I just think they've seen, you know what? I think we can do more with Jeff on his own than we can with Matt. And that's what I think.
It could be that. Then we have a match up next. We've got Lance Storm taking on Booker T. Dun 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 dun. Decent wee match. Booker T wins, so Lance Storm, you know, picking up a wee L here, but I guess it was a bit of
not good for the Un-Americans.
It wasn't good for the Un-Americans, but Test, it wouldn't be the first big boot they delivers tonight. Big boot to Booker T, Goldust and Christian then get in, and then dead man walking. The Undertaker comes down and saves Booker T and Goldust. Obviously he's feuding with the Un-Americans, but it's just weird to see Undertaker in a ring with these two, especially Goldust.
Yeah, like Taker and Goldust in the same ring, sharing the same ring, basically teaming up together is a little bit weird. Goldust jumps the rail to chase Christian through the crowd. Mini Dust tries to follow Goldust, but he can't get over the guardrail, unfortunately. He's trying to hop over it.
This was quite funny.
But it's too tall for him. Come back for the break, and we have Mini Dust and Eric Bischoff. Eric Bischoff announces in the ring alongside Mini Dust that tonight we're going to get the Un-Americans and Triple H versus Taker, Booker, Goldust, and The Rock. So earlier, Bischoff said that The Rock versus Triple H is too big a match to happen on Raw, but hell, this is a big match as well.
Yeah, we've got The Rock teaming up with Undertaker, Goldust, and Booker T to take on the Un-Americans and Triple H. I mean, that's a main event.
Yeah, that's exactly the same match that I said, but then Bischoff, he says he wants Dust, little Mini Dust, to entertain the crowd. He does entertain the crowd, but he's not really entertaining Eric Bischoff. A couple of cartwheels, a spin-a-rooney. Bischoff's not buying it. He said Mini Dust had about 3 minutes, and his 3 minutes are about up. In come Rosie and Jamal, and Jesus Christ, they squash Mini Dust. They do like a top rope like a top rope
Power slam.
slam from, yeah, I mean, just completely
They
crushing.
do the slingshot, and I mean, they almost killed him.
Yeah, completely crushing Mini Dust here, and Mini Dust was basically laying down in the middle of the ring, and I mean, he didn't really get up for a long time. Eric Bischoff goes to the top of the ramp, and he says, now it's time for some real entertainment, and we've got the next acquisition from SmackDown, and it is Stacy Keibler, the new stolen talent that Eric Bischoff's got. I guess he took Stacy on Thursday night when he was there getting the contract for the IC belt. Stacy Keibler comes on, takes her fucking pants off, is doing her dance, comes out, dances on top of the announced commentary desk, and the King is fucking loving life. He is screaming to JR, this is why I love Raw. I love my job on Raw.
Monday Night Raw. And while this is all going on, you can just see in the background Mini Dust not moving, then getting stretched out of the arena.
Yeah,
Mini
Mini
just
Dust.
added to it.
Goldust came out to have a wee check on him, but this guy's done.
No, I don't
Throw him
see-
in the trash can.
I don't think we're seeing Mini Dust again. But we have got Chris Jericho and Big Show taking on Ric Flair and Bubba Dudley, which you look at it and you think, that's probably going to be a decent wee match, but it just really wasn't it not?
It was your classic match with Big Show, just boring as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing about it was Jericho getting his tights pulled down, then running the boot. But I mean, his boxers just look like what Ric Flair's attire looks like, so, like, what is this?
Yeah, Jericho makes Bubba Ray Dudley tap to the Lion Tamer, so...
Weird that, like, at the start of this brand split, like, Bradshaw, Bubba Ray being booked as, like, these really strong guys, and now Bradshaw's on heat and Bubba Ray's fucking losing, seems like, every week.
Bubba Ray, and we get an interview backstage with Mark Lloyd and Jericho. I thought Mark Lloyd was on SmackDown.
He must be doing double duty.
Maybe he's not on SmackDown, I just made that up. Jericho calls Ric Flair a has-been. Jericho challenges Ric Flair to a match at SummerSlam, and Jericho says next week he's going to show everybody why he is a rock star, because Fozzy are going to play on Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw. Then we get a hardcore title match, Tommy Dreamer versus Stevie Richards, Singapore and Canes, steel chairs, decent wee.
It was a bit of a tame hardcore match though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but
I think they're almost past the days of, like, using, like, every weapon under the book. In the books, under the book. In the book, under the ring. Like,
I liked it. It was alright.
where's the shopping carts and stop signs?
Wee Tommy Dreamer's having a nice wee run here before he gets released, so good for him.
That's pretty much it. He's in the 2003 Royal Rumble match. Did you know that?
Didn't know that.
He is, so he must make it a decent wee while. But yep, he wins this match. Up next, we've got a match we've seen a lot, but you can't really go wrong with a Rob Van Dam Jeff Hardy match, can't you? Not. But no. I'm glad they went with something different. I'm glad that Matt Hardy came down after Jeff misses the Swan Tom, hits a twist of fate. Holy shit! Then Van Dam hits the frog splash and wins the match. So yeah, that is the Hardy Boys split up. Matt will be on SmackDown very soon, and he'll put on some weight and then try and still sneak into the Cruiserweight division, because why the hell not?
It's the only belt he could win.
Why the hell not, damn it. We then have a promo backstage from the Un-American saying that, yeah, we're going to defeat Booker T and Goldust at SummerSlam, and then I'm going to beat the American Badass. Because Test announces here that he's got a match against Undertaker at SummerSlam. And you know what? I think the Un-Americans deserve these two spots at SummerSlam, especially Test.
100%. They've been like one of the more entertaining things over the past.
Like, I think
6
if you look
weeks.
at the SummerSlam cards for out of context, you're probably wondering why is Test having a match against Undertaker, which I did for numerous years. But now it's like it makes sense.
It's a well-deserved match. I like the Un-Americans. Definitely one of the better things in WWE right now.
Yep. Then we get backstage. Eric Bischoff goes into the tech truck. We see Kevin Dunn for one of the few times, like, in wrestling history, I'd say.
Bischoff ain't happy. The SmackDown promo ran during Raw. Kevin Dunn says they have no control over that. It was a commercial break. Eric then realised that Stephanie McMahon had taken an ad out, and Eric says that he'll make a match between The Rock versus Triple H next week to outdo SmackDown. I mean, I guess that's one way you can outdo SmackDown. You got a trump card like The Rock and Triple H.
Yeah, absolutely. And great match to announce for next week. They get the viewers in. But up next with Triple H and the Un-Americans taking on Undertaker, Booker T, Goldust, and The Rock. And this was a main event. Much better than the 5-on-5 they did a few weeks ago when Nash pulled his quads. I get it, right? Nash pulled his quads, not exactly ideal, but I think this one was just much better, wasn't it?
100%.
I mean, this didn't have any quads getting pulled. It just had, it was non-stop, and everyone got apart from Goldust.
Yeah.
Which I'm not really going to complain too much about, but with moves getting done left, right, and centre. Like, no one really looked weak. And then out of nowhere, Tess just fucking takes Taker's dome off after he was going for the last ride. I mean, the sound this made, and I'm thinking, is he really going to beat him with a big boot? And he did.
What do you mean? It's his finishing move?
Yeah, I know, but...
Well, if he ain't going to beat him with a big boot, what is he going to beat him with, like, I mean...
Yeah, but it isn't SummerSlam after, like, 2 big boots, it's Raw. If someone...
Well, hold on, I'd say he's more likely to beat him on Raw in a tag match than he is at SummerSlam on his own.
Yeah, but you look at this team, why is Goldust not taking the pin? Taker?
Because what does Test beating Goldust really do for anybody?
Yeah, but were you not shocked when Taker got pinned here?
No, I was, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, this is I think you need this going into SummerSlam to make you think Test is a match for Taker.
See, as good as this main event was, right? The segment after, which we didn't see after, but we know about it, we've got the Rocker-Rooney, the Tripper-Rooney, the Fincer-Rooney, we've got Taker bottling it. Why wasn't this just shown on TV?
I mean, I kind of understand, but...
I know it's breaking kayfabe, but you've Tess coming out and saying that he wants to see the Taker-Rooney. But if you've watched this segment, it's fucking epic. It's not going to factor into the rating of the show. But I thought I'd give it a mention anyway. But anyway, guys, I'm going to give this Raw a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, no, it was good. It wasn't great. I mean, I really enjoyed the main event. I think a 7 out of 10 is fair. I mean, the opening was good as well.
What I would say is, I think, obviously, Michaels ain't there. And I think that feud, I think we need that to continue. But obviously, I guess why it didn't continue. But it was good. It was great seeing The Rock back, wasn't it?
The Rock. Yeah, it's just a shame that he's going to lose in a couple of weeks and no longer be here. So
no, losing The Rock and Hogan like in Austin in the same summer is pretty fucking bad, isn't it?
It's not ideal.
No, it's definitely.
It's definitely. Although you're getting Shawn Michaels back, I guess, but it's not really.
The Heartbreak Kid.
Yeah, it's not
as
really
great
good.
as Michaels is. He can't really. I mean, when you're losing those 3 within a couple of months, no wonder the ratings are going to go further
Now,
down.
if we actually got to see a Taker Rooney, that would have probably bumped the show up for me. Like,
but we didn't. He bottled it because Taker doesn't break kayfabe. But anyway, guys, 7 out of 10. Till next time. Peace.